Jesus is what Moses was looking forward to, what Joshua was looking forward to, what all the people mentioned in Hebrews 11 were looking forward to. Abel was looking forward to the coming of Christ. So was Enoch. So was Noah. So was Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, the judges, Sarah, Joseph, Rahab, all the rest of them. They were looking forward to Jesus. And now that he's here, why would we go back to them? They wouldn't understand why you did that. Why would we be merely devoted to following people like Moses when Moses himself longed to have what we have, to see what we have? Remember John Calvin, the Institutes of the Christian Religion, has a whole section on how God has favored us over the patriarchs because we have what they hope to see one day. Why go back to that stuff? Why? How foolish would that be? People of Israel, even Jesus' own disciples, they did not really see in Jesus what he really was until later. After discoursing on how no one knows the Father except the Son and the individual people to whom the Son wills to reveal him, Jesus then says to his disciples, and at that point they're clueless. They do not understand who he is or what he's all about. They don't get it. And he says to them in Luke 10:23, "Blessed are the eyes which see the things you see. For I tell you, many prophets and kings desired to see what you see and have not seen it, and to hear what you hear and have not heard it." You hear what Jesus is saying there? What Isaiah hoped to see, what Ezekiel wanted to see, what Habakkuk and Malachi and David and Jonathan and Abraham and Abel and Enoch, what they wanted to see was Christ. And now that he's here, why go back to them? Dear congregation, many prophets and kings and people have desired to see what we see, to hear what we've heard, to hear Romans read, to hear Galatians and Ephesians and the great promises in John's gospel. One thinker said something like this once: the poor children who lived in the slums always seemed to be content to sit and make mud pies in those slums because they could not imagine what a vacation at the beach would be like. You know something? It's unprecedented in church history to think that multitudes of American Christians today really do think that the supposed golden age of a future 1,000-year-long millennial kingdom is going to include Jesus Christ reigning in Jerusalem with a rebuilt temple and sacrifices being reinstituted. Dear congregation, if you actually think that, you might as well rip this whole book out of your Bible. The book of Hebrews doesn't make any sense if that's true. Why would redemptive history take a giant U-turn and go backwards? There is no need for a temple. Why? We are the house of God. His home is in our hearts. We don't need a temple anymore. We are that temple. Look at the last part of verse 6. Whose house we are, if we hold fast our confidence and the boast of our hope firm until the end. So Moses was faithful in his house, the church of the Old Testament time. Same people, same plan of salvation, same gospel, same God, same sin problem, same saving benefits, regeneration, justification, adoption, sanctification. They had everything that we have now. We just have a lot more information. We know a lot more about redemption than they did. But Jesus is faithful over his house. Moses was faithful in the house. Jesus was faithful over it.